Hello and welcome everyone, it is me, TheLaval, also known as the Power To-Do List, back for you with another video. And I have kind of recently rediscovered Evil Eye for myself, which is why I wanted to talk about this deck after a few brush-ups I did off-screen, off-camera, to the list and kind of, show it again. Starting off the main deck are, of course, 3 copies of Medusa Watcher of the Evil Eye. This guy is your main normal summon because on normal summon he will allow you to add any Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand except himself. And while he's equipped with the equipped spell Evil Eye of Celine, you can quick effect target a special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. And you will have to destroy one of your cards during your next standby phase after using this effect. He's kind of great, normal summoning, adding is usually something very good, and also having that additional kind of interruption when he's equipped with the Evil Eye of Celine, is a really solid card and probably the one you want to max out on the most. Then I am playing 3 Medusa Watcher of the Evil Eye. On normal summon, she will add an Evil Eye card from your graveyard to your hand except herself, and if she is equipped with the Evil Eye of Celine, she can once per turn quick effect target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish that target. So she is kind of a DD Crow on legs. If you use her second effect, you will have to banish 1 card from your graveyard during the next standby phase, which is not really pretty. But I think I am kind of just padding out the numbers a bit for Allure of Darkness, and also because I think her effect to retrieve cards from the graveyard is kind of nice. Next up, because I have decided to max out the entire monster lineup, 3 Basilius Familiar of the Evil Eye. If you control an Evil Eye monster, you can special summon this guy from your hand. And also once per turn, during your main phase, you can send an Evil Eye spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard, which in most cases will be your second equipped spell, the Evil Eye of Gorgon, as it allows you to search by banishing itself from the grave. So yeah, Basilius is not only great for additional, link material on the field, but also for that graveyard setup, which is really cool, which is why I max out on him, and also Allure of Darkness. Then we play 3 Ketobelpass Familiar of the Evil Eye. He can special summon himself from the graveyard if you control an Evil Eye monster. And once per turn you can target an Evil Eye card you control. An Evil Eye spell or trap you control, sorry. And until the end of the turn, until the end of the next turn, that card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, give some additional protection to your field spell, to your equipped spell in Evil Eye of Celine, which is really nice. And also, just like Basilius, this guy gives you some additional bodies onto the field to make your archetypal link monsters in the Corrupt Cerziel and the Corrupt Medusa. Starting the spell lineup is a copy of Terraforming to add our field spell, which would be Evil Eye Domain Pareidolia. When this is activated, you can add an Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand, and once per turn during damage calc, if an Evil Eye monster is attacked while Evil Eye of Celine is in your spell and trap zone, you can make the battle damage even be dealt to your opponent. And if this card is in the field zone, destroyed by a card effect, you can target an Evil Eye monster in your graveyard and add that to your hand, which is really nice. Gives you, a card you can kind of safely pop off Cerziel's second effect, which is kind of cool. But also being able to add Evil Eye monsters on activation, essentially turning Terraforming and this into additional copies of Cerziel or Medusa is really nice. Then, the kind of centerpiece of the deck, the Evil Eye of Celine. This is a very cracked equipped spell, I have to say, because you can only equip this to a Evil Eye monster for starters. And the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle, by opponent's card effects, or targeted by opponent's card effects, which is already a solid amount of protection. And if the equipped monster activates its effect, or if you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap, you can pay 500 life points to make the equipped monster gain 500 attack points, which is a permanent gain. Gets important when we talk about the link monsters a bit. But in general, this attack gain alone, combined with the amazing protection this provides, can already make your normal summons kind of tough to deal with. Also, this is able to pay While it's in the grave, you can pay 1,000 life points, banish an Evil Eye spell or trap from your grave, accept itself, and set this card to your field, which is also very nice. Gives you some recursion outside of Medusa, and is just a all-around really cool equip spell this deck focuses on. Then kind of the counterpart to it, the Evil Eye of Gorgon. You can also only equip this to an Evil Eye monsters, and the equipped monster gains attack equal to the difference between your life points and your opponent's life points if you happen to have lower life, with, you know, Celine requiring you to pay life points every time you play a card, or you can pay life points if you play a card. This might happen, but the reason why you want to play this is because you can banish this from the grave, discard an Evil Eye card, and add an Evil Eye spell or trap from deck to hand. So either Foolish Burialing this of Basilius, or just getting it into the graveyard by other means, is already greatly able to enhance your searching and greatly enhance your turn 1 boards. Which is, you know, why Foolish Burial Goods is actually a rather decent option in this deck that I currently do not max out on. Or rather do not play in total. Then 3 Pot of Duality. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, then add 1 from those to your hand. And for the rest of the turn, or for the turn you activate this, you cannot special summon. Just, you know, helps you dig deeper, helps you dig for additional trap cards, and maybe also your equip spell and other cool stuff you want in your hand. Just, you know, neat consistency card, especially in a deck that doesn't really do special summons all that much. Next up, we have a playset of Allure of Darkness. Draw 2, banish a dark from hand. If you don't have a dark, discard your entire hand. The one reason why I actually max out on all the Evil Eye monsters, because this is actually really decent draw power. And also really easy to get, I guess. So yeah, Allure of Darkness is still a great card. Then getting into our trap lineup, we have Evil Eye Retribution. This is a counter trap that negates a spell or trap while you control an Evil Eye monster. And just like any other Evil Eye spell or trap card, it has an additional effect if Evil Eye of Celine is in your spell and trap zone. Because if Evil Eye of Celine is in your spell and trap zone, your opponent straight up can't respond to this, which is really good. Honestly, really good. So yeah, this as your archetypal counter trap is already really solid. Then we have, next up, we have the Evil Eye Defeat. This is a trap card. While you control an Evil Eye monster, you can target one monster on the field and return it to the hand. But if Evil Eye of Celine is in your spell and trap zone, you can return 2 instead of 1 monster to hand, which is really good. Having, you know, a double compulse in your archetype is already a really solid card, which makes this a really decent control strategy, in my opinion. That should also be fairly cheap, if I recall correctly. Moving on later into down the line in the spell and trap lineup, we play 3 Angel Statue Asia Rune. This could probably also be just, you know, Solemn Strike, I guess. But I think this card is really cool. Also enables Time Thief Redoer in this deck, which is nice. You can special summon this as an effect monster that is Fairy Light level 4 with 1800 attack and defense. It is still also a trap. Once per turn, if your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters while this is in your monster zone, you can send to the graveyard 1 continuous trap in your monster zone that was special summoned from the spell and trap zone to negate the summon. And if you do, destroy those monsters. Also, when this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle, you can destroy the monster that destroyed it by battle, which is really cool. Not only giving you, you know, access to Time Thief Redoer, which is an amazing rank 4 in my opinion, but also being a kind of half Solemn Strike, I guess, for that matter. It's really cool. I like this card. Kind of almost capping off the trap lineup is just a playset of Dimensional Barrier. Declare a monster card type, Ritual Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum. For the rest of the turn, neither player can special summon monsters of the declared type, and you also negate the monster effect, the effects of all monsters of that type while they're on the field. You can only activate 1 D barrier per turn. Just, you know, a great card that doesn't really touch you, since most of your extra deck is links, or your most relevant extra deck plays are links. So yeah, really cool. Does help you with stopping your opponent from playing. And then capping off the deck is the trap trick for mathematics, I guess. This, you know, fetches D-Barrier, fetches Evil Eye Defeat. Both really good cards you want to see. So yeah. With the main deck out of the way, let's get into the extra deck. And the extra deck starts off with the archetypal links in Zerziel, Ruler of the Evil Eye. This guy takes two or more Evil Eye monsters, and if he was link summoned using a 2600 or higher attack monster, it can make a second attack during each battle phase, which is kind of big, considering that he is also already 26, and you can get your Zerziel up to 26 with only 2 boosts of your Evil Eye of Celine. Kind of off focus in the first time I had him into the shot. You can quick effect. Target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Kind of an upgraded form of Zerziel's main deck effect, I guess. And once per turn during the next Stamper phase, after this effect was activated, you negate the effect of an effect monster he currently points to. So, yeah, if your opponent isn't careful, you maybe negate one monster. But in general, the quick effect pop is what you are looking for. Especially with Evil Eye of Celine, this guy can prove really troublesome to out. Then we have 2 Gorgon Empress of the Evil Eye. She needs 2 monsters, including an Evil Eye monster, and she gains 100 attack for each Evil Eye card with different names in your graveyard. If she's equipped with the Evil Eye of Celine, you can quick effect, target an effect monster your opponent controls, negate that monster's effects until the end of the turn. And in the next Stamper phase, after using this effect, you will have to destroy a monster she points to. So yeah, gives you some spot negation, I guess. It's easier to make than Zerziel, and also gains some attack on her own, which is kind of cool. So she definitely is a worthwhile inclusion. Then kind of, you know, generic links. I play a copy of Witch's Apprentice to, you know, have some dark boosting and also some dark adding back. And I actually play a copy of Decode Talker Extended. Same materials as Decode Talker, so 2 or more effect monsters. He gains 500 attack for each monster he points to, and during the battle phase, if a monster he points to is destroyed by battle or sent to grave, you can act this effect to make him gain a second attack. This could be any links that help you close out games, or just, you know, anything. But I just run these 2 because I had them at hand, I guess. And then we kind of, you know, play half the rank 4 toolbox. As mentioned, we play a Time Thief Redoer, which we can make with Azure Rune to even get that spin live. Play a small Utopia package for the Lightning to out some troublesome beaters we cannot get over. We play a copy of Castell to out troublesome monsters we need to remove by card effects. We play a Tornado Dragon for, you know, other back row decks. We play a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, also, you know, kind of as a thing that can out some troublesome big beaters. We play a Drill Driver Vespenado. We can stack onto Dark Rebellion in, you know, a worst case scenario if we already used his effect, and also to add back some of our low level monsters from the grave. And we are capping off the kind of rank 4 toolbox with a rank 3 in number 3 Cicada King, as this guy offers you an additional negation, if a monster negation, if you can make it with a Basilios and a Basilius and a Catoblepass. But yeah, that will be kind of it for my Evil Eye deck profile. Recently kind of, you know, picked this back up when I was playtesting a bit with Dire. Shoutouts to you if you see this. And kind of, you know, just fix it up with a few cards I have lying around. You can definitely be a bit more flexible in, like, the D-Barrier and the Azure Rune spots. This could probably also be, you know, the generic inclusion of just any cards of the Solemn Brigade. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this profile, and I will thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. But until then, goodbye.